right. Shalom.
Shalom. First off, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone to rule well. Peace and blessings, salutations, y'all, Akim on the highways and byways, pushing their word with truth and sincerity. All right, I'm Brother Benaiah, here with the Brother Anna from the Great Millstone Dallas Camp, coming back at you with another lesson, and we're just going to jump straight into it. Okay.
This is Colossians chapter 3. I'm sorry, verse 1.
If you want to go.
God. Colossians chapter 3, verse 1. If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth.
Yeah, so we ought to, if we be risen with Hamashiach, we ought to seek those things that are above, man, and set our affections on them, man. Okay, and when you look up that word affection, it goes into care, okay? You know what I'm saying? We should care about the things that are above, okay? And another word for another definition of that is a mental state. You know what I'm saying? We should have the mental state, you know what I'm saying, of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, what he wants us to do. Setting our affection of things above and not below, man, and what's on the earth, man. Because, Jay got that bad, man, when you set your affection on things that on the earth, man, it takes you through all kind of harmful lust, man. Okay, it makes you the air and go off, man. Okay, and if you setting your affection on
things below,
things below, below,
yeah,
so like
yeah.
on things below,
which is here on the earth.
Come on,
you got it, bro.
No, go ahead, bro.
No, I'm just saying, if you set your affection on the things on the cares of this world, you got that. We couldn't get that one right. The cares of this world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, like I talk about in the book of 1 John. If you get caught up with those things, matter of fact, we 2 Timothy, and did you have that one? 2 Timothy?
No, I got first.
Okay. Let me see if I can get this one in the book of 2 Timothy real quick. All right, 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 4, it says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. Okay? We've been chosen to fight this good fight of faith. And so us being in the world, we have to know how to maneuver in the world without getting entangled in it, right? Like the parable of the seed and the sower. Yahweh shall talk about that in Matthew chapter 13. And we'll see if I can pull that real quick. Matthew chapter 13. Matthew chapter 13 and
24.
I was gonna read verse 22.
Okay, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Matthew chapter 13, verse 22. It says, he also that received seed among the thorns, right? Because matter of fact, let me read verse 7. Matthew chapter 13, verse 7. All right, it says, and some fell among the thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. Okay, so we're going to read that part of the parable. And you got verse 22. It says, he also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. Okay, and the scripture, Yahweh Shai said, any branch that beareth not fruit shall be burned up, roughly paraphrasing in the book of John chapter 5. So we have to make sure that we are bringing forth fruit. And what does that require? Doing the work. Got it, bro.
Hey, that's a beautiful precept, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to check in that Matthews?
Did you? Oh, we got the word already. Affection.
Yeah, I brought it up. It basically means to care. To care, and to have a mental mind state.
Yeah, man. Have your mental mind state on the things that are above this place here, which is sometimes hard to do because you're not in the spirit world. We're not in righteousness, man. We are in the valley of the shadow of death. Okay, and so we have to be able to go and enter into that place. in our mind, in the spirit. Get in the spirit. That's why we ask Yahweh Bashim Yashai for his spirit, okay, from on high to dwell within us so that we can have that light within us here in darkness, here in Babylon, here in America, okay? You said, what was the next scripture, bro?
Matthew chapter 6,
Okay,
verse 19.
come.
I can pull this for me too, bro.
I'm your reader, bro. I'm really trying to. Matthew chapter 6 and what? 19?
Yeah, kind
Okay. Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Yeah, so we ought to lay ourselves up treasures in heaven, man, and not on the earth. Okay, because when you laying up all these treasures on earth, man, you know, and we know this place is gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, so you setting yourself up for failure, man. Okay, hey, lay yourself treasures in heaven, man. Okay, that's why it says in Isaiah 33 and 6, man. Okay, wisdom and knowledge shall be the ability of thy time, and strength, roughly paraphrasing,
Strength of salvation. Yep.
And we look up that word strength, man, it goes into wealth or treasure, man. Okay, so that's what you laying yourself up. You laying yourself up those treasures in heaven, man, for that day, man, so you can be stable. Okay, and that's treasures are what? That's money. Okay, and money is stability, man. Okay.
God.
Got something?
Yeah, I got, I'm going to just read them, man. This is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 4. It says, labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Okay, there's a saying, it's here today and gone tomorrow, as far as the money is concerned. And if that is your God, if that is the power, the energy that you worship, mammon, then you will be disappointed and you will be destroyed, because this Edomite's financial system is completely collapsing. Okay, literally, he's getting rid of paper fiat currency, which never even meant, it never was worth anything. But now, what is it? Just digital? There's nothing tangible anymore. As far as currency, if everything is cashless, that means where's the money? It's just numbers and zeros and ones made up in this man's society, which means you don't really have any money. And even if you had actual cattle and gold and silver, okay, and precious stones and silk and things that are actually valuable, guess what? Those things are going to get destroyed, because we know that the fashion of this world perisheth away. So our main concern and our main focus, the center and the hub of our life, should be circled around following Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and doing his work, gaining the faith that is required for the time that's to come. Okay?
Hey, that's right. Like you say, man, it says riches certainly make themselves wings and then fly away as eagles towards heaven, man. Okay, which goes back to that Matthew chapter 6 and 19, where it says thieves break through and steal. So you laying up yourself treasures on heaven, man, and somebody can just take that away, man. But when you laying yourself treasures up in heaven, can't nobody take that away, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna read this last verse in Matthew right quick, verse 21. It says, for where your treasure is, there.
Matthews or Proverbs?
Matthews.
Okay, consular.
Matthews chapter 6, verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Yeah. So you making this money, okay? Which like the brother said, you can't serve the Most High Mammon, man. Okay. So your mind is on what you know what I'm saying, carnal things, instead on what the Most High, you know what I'm saying, wants. You know what I'm saying, instead on him, on his will, man. You know.
And he goes into that. Yahushua goes into that, man, in verses 22 through 24. Okay. If your eye is evil, see how we have to have our eyes full of light, man. Okay. We have to have our eyes single, focused, laser focused on the kingdom, man. All right, because there's nothing but a bunch of BS distractions. That's all these obstacles are. Obstacles are just distractions from you getting to your goal, right? And so we have to jump over these hurdles through the Spirit. We have to be able to move them out of the way through the Spirit to be able to attain the finish line, which is the kingdom. So if your eye is full of all these things that you running a marathon, but it's a lemonade stand over there, you know what I'm saying? That's got or McDonald's, better yet, so the McDonald's, you hungry, this McDonald's, but you supposed to, you ain't supposed to eat and run, you get cramps.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I'm saying? But it's the McDonald's right there, they serving hot motherfucking Big Macs, and you all going off there to the side, man. You eat that burger, not only are you making your stomach, you making your body heavier, okay? But you ain't running like you're supposed to. You're not focused. You're seeking the pleasures of sin for a season, okay? If you value these things more than Yahweh Shem Yahshua. So, what was the next one, bro?
I got it. Proverbs 28 and 22.
You want me to read it? You break it down.
Okay, come on.
Okay. Proverbs 28 and 22.
22, come on.
Okay. It's Proverbs chapter 28, verse 22. It says, "He that hasteth to be rich hath an evil eye." That's the spirit.
Come on, bro. Come on.
We're going to have to go back in that Matthew, but I'm going to read this. "He that hasteth to be rich hath an evil eye, and considereth not that poverty shall come upon him."
Yeah, so he that hasten to be rich has an evil eye, because Jay could do anything. It's a saying, we'll do anything for the money, and that's like literally, man. That's why you got Jake selling out, okay, bending over and getting popped by Esau. You know what I'm saying, to get those riches, man. It's a scripture. I think in Proverbs it says the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the wicked
perverted his way,
seduces him. Yeah. And that's how Esau seduces our people, man. Because we they, you know what I'm saying, they're all about money, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, the scriptures talk about, going after the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and after the pride of life. Those are all distractions. Because, matter of fact, you might as well get it in 1 Peter. Seeing these things. Or is it, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is 2 Peter, actually. All right. 2 Peter chapter 3, that's the spirit, my finger was right on it, actually. It was right here. 3 and 10. It says, "But the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up."
Ooh.
You want to break it down, bro?
No, you go ahead, bro.
So the earth and all of the works that are therein, okay, so your job, your house, no matter how big or small it is, your car, your front yard, your backyard, okay, the neighborhood that you wanted to move to, okay, the country that you, the areas in America that you wanted to go visit, okay, it's gonna be burned up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, your whole house, everything here is gonna be burned up, man. We can't take these bodies into the chariots, man. It's gonna be burned up.
Cool.
It's either one or two. You're gonna get burned up, or you're gonna get delivered. If you're not one of those elite Edomites that are down there in the bunkers, if you can afford one of those, then okay, But I'm telling you, man, anything that's above ground level is gonna get burnt up here in America, man. Every square inch of it. So with that mindset and with that understanding, according to the scriptures, we ought not to deem these things higher than the kingdom of heaven, man. You see? And you're doing that by not taking this thing seriously, by not reading, by not doing your videos, by not praying to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, asking him to increase your spirit and increase your faith, man. Verse 11, it says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" How ought we to carry ourselves with this understanding? This was understanding that was given to the church 2,000 years ago. You see? Earth still hasn't been burnt up yet, but guess what? It's about to be. You see what I'm saying? So we got to get our minds right, man. You know, those that have wives be those that have none, man, and so on and so forth. You got it, bro.
Come on, bro. Hey, beautiful, bro. I'm just gonna finish breaking that down up in that proverb. It says, and consider if not that poverty shall come upon him. So yeah, you doing all this, man, and like the brother say, man, it's just gonna get burnt up, man. You know, especially when Esau implements that chip, man. Okay, and all that paper fiat money that you got, man, all that ain't gonna be nothing then. Okay, so you hastening up, you hastening with that evil eye to be rich, man, and don't consider that poverty is gonna come up on you, man.
Right. Jake trying to come up in Babylon selling weed and shit still, man.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Got a stash, you know, somewhere in his house, you know, a couple racks. You know, come on, man. It's time to grow up, man. Seriously.
Yeah, bro.
All right. Pay attention to what these nations are doing to each other, man. They are in a if I'm treating you like how these nations are treating each other, we fighting. We not enemy. We not best friends. We're enemies, man.
That's right.
You see? These nations are about to actually go ahead and like start squabbling for real, man. It's escalating. Okay? That should show you what time we're in the grand scheme of things. In the time of war. So prepare your mind.
Man, it's popping off fast too, bro. It ain't happening slow. It's just going like back to back to back.
New
bro.
article. You can count on a new article every
Man,
day for it's like a continuous drama, continuing going on, man. You said you had another one too, right?
Yeah, Luke chapter 12.
Okay, let me pull it for you. Luke.
You started like 16, bro.
Okay. This is Luke chapter 12 and 16. It says, Luke 12 and 16. It says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my first fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided?
Come on, bro. Hey, that's a parable, man. You know, that rich man, he had all this, you know, guap or whatever. You know, he had to tear his old born down and build a new one to store all the abundance that he had, man. Yeah. You know, he got all this guap. I'm good. You know,
that's the thing. If it wasn't the actual fact that he had those things that just made him a fool. It was the fact that he thought that he was good because he had those things. He can take his rest. He doesn't have to be on guard. He doesn't have to toil anymore. That was what he was working for to get to that point. And then once he got there, his dream came true and he was just in heaven, man. That's not the spirit that we should be in. Okay? Because the Lord may give you a blessing to where, you know, you're able to achieve a certain goal that you had. But the end all be all is, does that mean you're going to stop going on highways and byways because you're good now? You got a job that you don't have to, you know, worry about certain things no more, you know? Or are you in a position to take advantage of something that could change your life, but you got to sacrifice the truth? You got to leave the truth to go after it, man? You see what I'm saying? If it doesn't fit within the truth, then that's the reason why it's, you know, if it doesn't fit within the truth, the reason why it doesn't is because it's not for you on this side, man. Okay?
Hey, if you do, you know what I'm saying, Lord do bless you, you know what I'm saying, with increases, man. The scriptures say, just roughly paraphrasing, like basically like if you get an increase, man, set not your heart upon it, man. You know? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't make that your trust, man. Right. Okay, don't get comfortable, okay? Right. Because you shouldn't. As you see, this man and speaking about in the parable, man, he did all this stuff, man. But you think he was thinking about the Most High? No, man. That's why the Most High said thou fool, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he set up all this stuff, man, and the Most High took him, man. You know what I'm saying? Took him out like that. Now you done did all this within your life, man. You know what I'm saying? Putting the Most High on the back burner to have what? For nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't laid them treasures up in heaven, man. Okay? I got a precept, bro, going into that.
Con.
This is Job chapter 31. I started at 24, and it said, if I have made gold my hope, or have said to the fine gold, thou art my confidence, if I had rejoiced because my wealth was great, and because my hand had gotten much, if I behold the sun when it shined, or the moon walketh in brightness, and my heart had been secretly enticed, or my mouth had kissed my hand, this also were an iniquity to be punished by the judge, for I should have denied the Most High that is above. You know, so you have made this you made money your confidence, man, and having that evil eye, hastening to be rich, man. Okay, you not putting your you not setting your affection on the things that are above, man. Okay, you setting your affection on things that's on the earth, man. Carnal things that won't profit you anything, man. At the end of the day, man, you know.
Con, I got you. This is St. John, chapter 3, verse 19. It says, and this is the condemnation. And this is why we got to go back. We got to go to that in Matthew.
Come.
John chapter 3, verse 19. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh into the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. Ultimately, the reason why you want to pursue these things, if this is true, the reason why a man wants to pursue these things over the things of the Most High is because it's fulfilling to the flesh. It feels good. Okay? They love just being on a lower level. It's good to the flesh. Remember, this is a fight between the spirit and the flesh. Those who get saved are those who win the spiritual fight. Those who will be destroyed are those who will lose the spiritual fight. And so with that mindset, we ought to put off the flesh. We ought to deny those things that are pleasing to the flesh and seek after the things that are needful and necessary and good for the spirit. Okay? Verse 21. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. Okay? That's why we come into the truth, because we understand that we know that we have a zeal of the Most High. We love the Most High. We want to serve the Most High. And so we come to the truth to show the Most High that we love him by doing the work. You see, by actually learning the Bible, by learning his precepts, okay? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, okay? Because we are not hearers of the word only, but doers of the word as well.
Go ahead.
See, if we get that in Matthew Khan, you know where to pick up at?
You wanted 22 or 23?
22 through 24.
Okay, come. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. The light of thy body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
Okay, so the light of the body is the eye. Okay, your eye is where you see things. Okay, that's where the light. That's where the light from the world enters in, you know, and you compute it. Okay, so that you can see. All right. So that's basically like the gateway. They say the eyes are the gateway to the soul, right? So when we see this marvelous light, which is what? This truth, okay, we have to value it. We have to deem it. We have to highly esteem it, okay? And so if you have things that are cluttering your sight, like a giant beam in your eye, okay, some wickedness that you're doing that you don't necessarily, you may or may not see, okay, but you're doing it, you got to cast that off, okay? And certain things you got to cast off ASAP, okay? A lot of things you got to cast off ASAP if you're doing, okay? And so, and as we go, we continue to refine ourselves, but that light of the body that's in the eye comes from the truth, okay? Like I say, you see the truth spiritually, and you cast off the darkness that was in you, so that truth can really flourish. Okay. You read that next verse, Bible?
Come on, verse 23. But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
Right. So if your eye is evil, if your eye is focused on the cares of this world, okay, if it's choked by the cares of this world, that seed that the Most High plants in you, when you hear the word, okay, if it gets choked by these other plants, or if you have that impairment, that spiritual impairment. Matter of fact, you get I'll get it. Well, yeah. Could you just get first 2 Corinthians chapter 3? See, find that real quick. 2 Corinthians chapter 3 is like 20 something. Started like verse 20 something. We're talking about the veil.
Stop at 18, bro.
Okay, go up. Well, let me see. Not that far up. Seeing that we have, read verse 12.
Verse 12?
Yeah,
okay, come. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 12. Seeing then that we have such hope, we use great plainness of speech.
Okay, boom. Set your affection on things above. We have hope in what? The kingdom to come. What does it say? Seeing when we have such hope?
Come, we use great plainness of speech.
Right, so that it is easily understood. You know, we speak in terms that are easily understood, not to confuse anybody, but to bring in anyone who is open and able to hear the word. You see, so it's easy to see. We try to make it as easy as possible. You got to be spiritual, but you know, go ahead.
Come, verse 13, and not as Moses, which put a veil over his face, that the children of Israel could not steadfastly look to the end of that which is abolished.
Right. So that which is abolished, you know, well, if you believe in Yahushua, man, eventually your sins are going to be forgiven. Okay. So that veil that was covering Moses' face was basically preventing that light that shone on that was shining from Moses' face, that was coming from the Most High, to be given to the other people that were outside of that inner circle that the Most High had with Moses, really, because he was dealing with Moses and Aaron on a very high level. Okay, and that was that wisdom that caused Moses' face to shine. But our people don't have that. They don't have that same singleness of their eye. You see, so that light can't enter into them. 2/3 of them, you know. Go ahead.
Come, verse 14. But their minds were blinded, for until this day remaineth the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in Hamashiach.
Right. So their minds were blinded, man. They spiritually were blind. They can't. That's why when we go out on the highways and byways and we teach, okay, most of our people just walk by, man. Of course, the heathen gonna walk by. They're not spiritual. Okay, but we're fishing for the elect, which is why we always say that. But when your mind's eye is blinded, you can't see. Your eye isn't single. Your eye isn't full of light. It's full of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when your eyes are closed, it's dark. When they're open, it's light. Simple.
Go on.
You see? So going back to Matthew chapter 6, did you read verse 24 already?
No. Don't
Okay.
get it.
Yeah, combo.
Okay, this is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't even.
23?
Finish
Okay.
23 slot. My
Okay.
bad. That was, that's it. After
Okay,
that.
okay. Matthew 6 and 23. But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
Right, man. So if everything that you see is nothing but carnality, then how wicked are you, man? You see? If everything that you're focusing on is only on the pleasures of the flesh, then how spiritual are you? You see? How much do you really care about this truth? If that's all you care about is the world, which is why Yahushua said in the following verse, no man can serve two masters. You can't serve the Most High and money or mammon. Okay? You got it, bro.
Yeah, ultimately, shit, that having the cares of this world is gonna lead to your destruction, man. You know, it's gonna lead to you being put to death, man. Okay, but I got a precept, bro. This is Sirach chapter 29, verse 11. Lay up thy treasures according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall profit thee more than it shall bring thee more profit than gold. Yeah, so we supposed to lay up these treasures, man. Going back to the beginning of the lesson, man. Lay up these treasures according to the commandments of the Most High, man. Okay, and how do you do that? Doing this work, man. Okay, being a brother, man. Feeding the flock, man. Okay, that's gonna bring you doing this work, man. Is gonna bring you more profit than gold, man. Okay, because that's gonna be done away with, man. Okay, all this fiat money, man, and all what you got, man, from your car to your house to everything in it, man, is gonna get done away with, and it's gonna bring you nothing, man. But laying up your treasures according to the commandments of the Most High is gonna bring you more profit, man.
Con.
Okay.
Con.
I got this last one in First Timothy's, bro.
Con.
Okay.
What is 1 Timothy chapter what?
First Timothy chapter 6, start at 6, bro.
Okay. So 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6. It says, but godliness with contentment is a great gain. You want to get that word?
Yeah, come on. I'm about to get it right now, bro. Yeah, it says godliness with contentment is great gain, man. Okay, and the word for contentment is it says it's like, how do you say it, bro?
You just play it right here. It looks like
Strong's G 841.
Autarkia.
Austarkia.
Okay.
Artakaya, and it says I just skipped. It says a perfect condition of life in which no aid or support is needed, sufficiency of the necessities of life, a mind contended with his lot.
Wait, read that again.
It says a mind contended with its lot.
Con.
Yeah, man. So we supposed to be content with what the Most High gives us, man.
There you go.
You know.
Con. You know, like the scriptures say, we know how to abound and be abased, man.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. We know how to take the low. Okay, and we know how to deal when you have excess. It's balance. You see. Let me keep reading.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Okay. Verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain that we can carry nothing out.
Going into that parable of that wealthy man that had that all that stuff, man.
God.
Okay, laid up all those treasures, man, and told his soul that he had he can rest, man. And the Most High took him out, man. Okay, and you can't take that with you, man. You know. So our main focus should be doing the will of the Most High, man. Laying up those treasures in heaven.
Woo,
you know.
Man. Hey, can I get this real quick, bro?
Come on, bro.
Scripture. Matter of fact, I didn't want to be rude. Did you want me to
No,
continue reading?
go ahead, bro.
Okay. This is Sirach chapter 11. Sirach chapter 11 and 17. It says, you see. Yeah, Sirach 11 and 17. The gift of Yahweh remaineth with the godly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever. And that gift comes from us doing the work. You know, in the end, if we endure to the end, then we get that glory, we get that prosperity forever. Okay, everlasting life. Verse 18, there is that waxeth rich by his weariness and pinching, and this is the portion of his reward. So that's the thing, like right now, and we look at Esau as an example of this, because that's where Jake get it from. When you waxing, when you're toiling in your carnal work, okay, that fruit is your reward. And the thing is, it's vanity, because it always dies. It always goes away. So like, you know what I'm saying? And if you like sweating and all that stuff, putting in a bunch of work, and then pinching, penny pinching, just trying to save up everything, and to finally say, okay, look at all this what I got. I done saved after 50 years. I saved a penny a day for 50 years. Now I got $500. Like that's your reward. That's the portion of your reward. Okay. Whereas he saith, verse 19, whereas he saith, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods, and yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. You see, just like the brother brought out in the book of Luke, chapter 12. Okay. You don't know when the Most High is going to take you out of this place, man. One more verse. Verse 20, be steadfast in thy covenant, and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work. Okay, in the work of the Lord, man. Because this is our actual occupation. Okay, as prophets, as men of the Lord, we are supposed to do the work, okay, of an evangelist, okay, which, being brotherly, I mean, all of those things fall in the category of doing the work, okay, and staying diligent to the end. You got it, bro. All right, you want me to keep reading?
Oh, yeah, come on.
All right, so 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 7, it says, "For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain that we can carry nothing out.
Mm-hmm.
And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content.
Mm-hmm.
But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition."
Yeah, you know, you lusting after that money, man. Hey, you know, shit. Hey, that's why Jake, you know what I'm saying, be bugged out like he do, man. Getting popped by Esau, man. You know, it says many foolish and hurtful lusts, man. You know.
Con. Yeah, man. So be content with what the Most High give you, like I said in verse 8.
The last one to see you.
Con. Verse 10, it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil."
For the love of money, okay? It didn't say money was evil, okay?
Right.
It says for the love of money is the root of all evil, okay?
That's what drives Esau.
Yeah, come.
You know what I'm saying? He wants that money. He wants so he can control.
Yeah.
That's why he does. Man, this guy will kill people, man. Go to war for money. These Rothschilds,
Come.
these war games that these elite banking families play, making deals. You know.
Hey, even these low levels, man, they kill their own parents for the damn insurance money, man. Oh, you know, cause they love money, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Con. I'm talking about, man. Like it goes all the way up to the top. What's that movie? In black and white, The Rothschilds or something like that. The brother sent the Rothschilds. A movie called Rothschilds. What they did in the movie, it was during the time of Napoleon, when he was when he was taking over Europe and everything, and they had the stocks were basically, crashed. The market was through, and so the elite banking families, they bought up all of the Rothschilds. They bought up all of the stocks and bonds, okay. And then when I think it was Waterloo, when the Battle of Waterloo happened, then the value, the price of everything that they bought had just shot up. So they just made money on top of money on top of money, and now they owned the market at that point. You see, because they bought it for cheap. And so Esau, man, he, like I said, he'll do whatever it takes to own everything, man. Okay. That's the origin of that. And so if you following that idol, man, that's your ass, man. Because you got to sacrifice to Satan to get this money. To just get buku money like that fast. Demons that'll just bring you money, man. Let me see. That was the last one you said, right?
Yeah, come.
You got it, bro.
I usually just finish it up, bro.
Oh, okay. We just read the last verse?
No, just a little bit more.
Okay. You want to read it?
Yeah, you could.
All right. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, and I didn't even finish. Okay, it says 1 Timothy 6 and 10, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows."
Come on, bro. Hey, the area from the faith, man. Some Jakes, you know what I'm saying? Come to this thing and falling back into the world, man, because they so worried about winning on this side, man. Okay? That's just our people, man.
Sellouts, man.
Come on.
I got a last precept right here.
Okay.
It's Sirach chapter 31, verse 5. It says, "He that loveth gold shall not be justified, and he that followeth corruption shall have enough thereof." All right. And so this is why, man, we ought not to seek after the prolonging of this world, because first of all, it's in wickedness, and second of all, it's going to be done away with. All right. We have a much better return on investment to look forward to, man. And that's why we're doing this work. You got anything, bro?
No, that was it, bro.
Okay, hey, so I brought this out as an edifying lesson. With that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.